Okay, guys. Hi, it's Mr. B. Really sorry that I didn't get to redo this video sooner. I'm not gonna lie to you, my day's been pretty busy. Um, I do want to say I do miss you guys, and I do miss my job, and I do really enjoy being there and doing this. And I don't want you to feel like I don't care about you, but I'm not gonna lie to you, I've really enjoyed being at home with my children, with my daughter and my new son Aries. And it's been hectic, and it's been, you know, busy, and there hasn't been a lot of sleep. In fact, I'm kind of whispering right now because everybody's asleep right now anyway. This is the only time I can really do anything. But really, I don't know, someday many of you are going to be parents and you'll understand what I mean then, but it is an amazing thing to have these moments, especially when they're all so young. So I am definitely soaking it all in and enjoying it. Like I said earlier, I'm going to be definitely out for the rest of this week, and I am able to take 15 days for this, so I'm going to be out next week as well. With that, I do hope that you guys are working. I am going to post assignments with due dates on them just to make sure you keep on working. And I know that I didn't really get a chance to do this with audio. I think a lot of you were able to pick this up easy enough without that. I mean, this one is not so foreign or different as far as material for you guys. You should be able to kind of figure it out. But with that said, I'm going to add a couple more days to this, so if you're still working on this on Friday, that's okay. But I would like you guys on Friday to kind of wrap this thing up and kind of do your own little pick the best artist of the week. The things that you might have missed with the audio. Number one is this stuff doesn't really erase, and if you try to erase it, it's probably going to smudge and look terrible. So you got a lot of extra paper over there, so if you haven't already started over or things like that, start over. The other thing too is I kind of like the Conte crayon once it's been worn down a little bit. The idea here is that you have a nice soft edge that touches the paper, and really we're using the texture of the paper itself to kind of create the lights and darks. So I think there's no merit in here in making something jet black. The easiest thing in the world to do with this particular crayon is make something jet black. So really what you need to work on, and really the art part of this thing, is figuring out how to do stuff really light grays. So that's trying to find that light touch to where you're just barely just grazing the paper with the actual Conte. Now it's a chunky medium, it's rough paper. I'm not expecting pinpoint details and perfection in here. I'm looking for lights and darks, and a lot of you have sent me pictures already or even finished this thing. And they've looked great. So I mean, you've gotten the basic idea here. I mean, especially if you looked in the video at the Seurat drawing, you just noticed how like sort of staticky they look, or how the texture of the paper and stuff kind of get involved and get affected. So big things to keep in mind. Number one is work to your light at first, just like everything else we've ever done, and you can progressively make it darker. Try to build up that darkness over a period of time. I'm not interested so much in the background. I would like you to do a little bit around the hand so the hand pops out, the fist pops out off the paper, but there's no need to go in there and color that all jet black. If you want to do that, that's great, but making things jet black is super easy. Making them kind of fade and trying to get little details, that's a little bit harder. I don't expect you to get a ton of little details, but again, this is all just a practice opportunity to kind of learn a new material. So try stuff out, see what you can do. Don't be afraid to restart. Even if you're just seeing this today for the first time, hey, there's nothing wrong with starting today. I don't think that this is a particular project that takes a long time to do. Once you're in a groove and you know what you're doing, it goes relatively quickly. But to get yourself comfortable and confident using it, you might need a little bit of time. So don't be afraid to use that. Just like everything else, I don't expect like a completely beautiful finished drawing. This is not for an art exhibition, but I do expect that you guys get, some sort of quality work in there. And that's what I want you guys on Friday to do, is like put them all out, look at them, pick the one that you would wish was yours when you submitted it. All right, if you like somebody's better than yours, that's the one you should be picking and voting for. And you should be looking for how nice the touch is on there, how nice the blended grays and everything works on there, how clean and neat it is. And again, just try to avoid smudging stuff. All right. One of the things that I do to not smudge is I try to not work with my hand resting on the paper. I think it's surefire if you slap your hand down on this thing that you're going to wreck it. So if you have to, turn the paper, turn it around, and work whatever direction you need to kind of avoid going over the areas that you've already done. Build up the black and the darkest parts progressively. You can't erase. You can't go back and lighten anything. So, build it up slowly. Don't press down super hard, super fast. Work to those light grays to dark grays. All right? See what kind of details you can get and work from there. Like I said, take a couple more days to familiarize yourself with this, and then the next thing we're going to do, and what I'd like you guys, for those of you who are done and are ready to get started on something else, is I'm going to give you guys just a straight up pencil project. I feel like pencils in everybody's wheelhouse at this point. I'm sure all of you have done a million drawings where you've shaded with pencil. So what I'm going to tell you is that I'm not going to give you one specific picture like I did before. Okay. I figured that we can get started on this week and work on it all through next week, and I might even give you just a little extra time on it. I know everything that we've done so far has been pretty much one picture, everybody does the same one. I figure with pencil, since we're all pretty comfortable with it, and this might be our chance to really kind of show off and show how good we're at something, is to give you the opportunity to work on something that you might spend a little bit more time on and something that you might want to keep. So I'm going to give you guys the ability to choose what you will draw. The video right now that I have posted right now in the background here is just a sped up drawing of me doing a portrait of my wife from about a year ago during the pandemic. So what we're going to do is I would like to give you guys the freedom to pick your subject matter. So how we're going to do this. Number one is it's pencil. We have the ability, we know how to use pencil. You guys have done it a million times before. You can get all kinds of tiny little tight little detail and everything else with it. So anything goes. If you want to draw objects or an object, if you want to find a picture off the internet, if you want to take a photograph that you have that you took over years, if you want to take a fresh picture, whatever you want to do, I am for it. I'm going to post an assignment up that you guys are to submit the photo you want to draw. I will take that photo for you when you submit it, and I will turn it into black and white if it's not already black and white, and I will crop it and size it to the size we should be working at, so that when you get it back from me, all you have to do is go to the computer and print it out at school, the exact size, and give it to you. So I will recommend that you should pick something that you want to have a drawing of, to do a drawing of, something that has a lot of value in shading, nothing cartoony or anything else like that, something that's a real tangible object with light and dark on it. Look for light and dark on the picture. Like I said, it doesn't have to be black and white, because I can make it black and white for you, but what it does have to be is a clear photo. Now, for those of you who may want to do the AP later on and things like that, I will tell you that I don't want you to necessarily just go find a picture of like some famous person to draw. You can do that, but understand if it's something that's really amazing and beautiful that you make, it's not something we can use for our portfolio later on. So keep that in mind. I'd prefer that you do pictures of real people that you know, or pictures that you've taken. But that being said, if you really, really want to do a drawing of, I don't know, somebody famous, Snoop Dogg or whatever it is like that, I'm okay with that. But find the photo. If you want to do objects or an object, like you want to draw like the engine on a Ferrari GTO, or if you want to, do something that's a little bit more abstract, again, find the picture of what you want to draw. One of the reasons I'm having you guys send it to me anyway is that way I can always kind of double check if you are on the right track, or if it's something that will work for our project. And if I don't think it works for the pencil drawing, I'll just tell you to find something else. So first part of the next project is find a picture you want to draw. Send me that picture. There'll be an assignment for that. I will excuse me, make it black and white, and I will send it back to you. You can print it out. We're going to use regular pencil. The paper that you need to use for this is called Bristol paper. It's actually in a big pad on the table that you're work is normally on. That pad is yellow. It says Bristol on it, and I actually cut paper in there to the size. So make sure you're using it. It's not the same paper that we've been using. It's going to be different from the Conti crayon paper. With that, I will post those things up. I hope you guys have watched the end of it. If you did watch all the way to the end of it, I will tell you guys I wish you the best. Hope you all are doing well. Hope your families are all healthy and good. And I miss you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.